What if the very soil that once heard the footsteps of Jesus tried to silence his name forever? What if the land once called holy turned against the message of peace, love, and forgiveness that it birthed over 2,000 years ago? In a move that stunned the world, two Israeli lawmakers, Moshe Gafni and Yaakov Asher, submitted a bill to the Knesset that would have criminalized speaking about Jesus, not just in sermons, but in daily conversations, social media posts, and even handing out a Bible. The punishment? Up to 1 year in prison for talking to adults, and 2 years if a child heard you mention Jesus. Think about that. The land of the Bible, making the Bible illegal. This bill didn't come from the fringes. It came from Netanyahu's own coalition. Gafni and Asher are part of the United Torah Judaism Party, a religious bloc that holds significant power in Netanyahu's fragile alliance. These aren't just backbench politicians, they are key partners in keeping Netanyahu in office. And with that power, they tried to erase the very faith that traces its roots to this land. The bill was called Prohibition of Solicitation for Religious Conversion. But let's be honest, it wasn't about conversion, it was about control. It targeted Christians, specifically missionaries, accusing them of causing psychological harm simply for speaking about their faith. And it didn't stop at street preaching. It went after online videos, YouTube sermons, books, and even private conversations. Imagine being arrested for quoting the Bible on social media. This was more than a legal proposal. It was a test, a trial balloon to see how far they could push the boundaries of religious suppression. And what did Netanyahu do? Nothing. For weeks, he stayed silent. No condemnation, no rejection, just quiet approval while the world watched in shock. And it's not like this came out of nowhere. The ultra-religious factions in Netanyahu's government have long viewed Christianity as a threat. Their dream? A state where only one religion has full rights. A place where Palestinian Christians are silenced, where Messianic Jews are labeled as traitors, and where anyone daring to speak the name of Jesus is criminalized. Palestinian Christians, who already live under occupation and surveillance, would have borne the brunt of this bill. Their numbers are shrinking. Their churches are under pressure. And now, they were being told that their faith could land them in prison. But the backlash was immediate. Evangelical leaders in the United States, usually some of Israel's strongest supporters, were furious. They saw the betrayal for what it was. Leaders like Joel Rosenberg and others warned that this bill would shatter the relationship between Israel and millions of Christians worldwide. The pressure built fast. Posts flooded social media. Petitions were signed. And Netanyahu, finally feeling the heat, tweeted a short message. "We will not advance any law against the Christian community." Don't be fooled. That tweet wasn't a defense of religious freedom. It was a desperate attempt to save political face and keep the evangelical money and support flowing. If Netanyahu truly stood for freedom, he would have spoken up the moment the bill was filed. Instead, he let it grow, silently endorsing it until the outrage became too big to ignore. This moment revealed something crucial. It showed us the true face of Netanyahu's government, a government that will trample on religious freedom if it pleases their far-right base, a government that only backs down when their international image is on the line. So ask yourself this: if they were willing to criminalize Jesus, what else are they capable of? What does that say about their vision for the future of this land? A place where only one voice is allowed and every other is silenced. This isn't just about Christians. It's about anyone who dares to speak truth, under a government obsessed with domination. Muslim voices, Christian voices, dissidents, peace activists. None are safe when power is all that matters. Share this video. Let the world see what they tried to do. Because in the so-called Holy Land, silence isn't just a threat, it's a warning. and the world needs to listen.